Crypto Joe, and my co-host here is Crypto Chris Hanks. Say hi, Chris Hanks.
Hi, Chris Hanks.
There we go. See, what we're going to talk to you about, we're going to give you a presentation on kryptogenex today, and we're going to kind of start off with my story. And we always tell Chris's usually, but he just asked me just a second ago, actually, in the chat. He's like, "You want to tell him yours?" I said, "Well, all right, I can do that." My story. How did I get into kryptogenex? Well, it was early March, and I saw a post on Facebook that wasn't even supposed to be posted. Someone had made a post, and it was actually Stephen McCullough's daughter made a post, and I saw this on Facebook, and I was like, "Wait a second, what's going on?" And I've known Stephen and Don and all of them quite a long time. In fact, he's my ex-father-in-law, So, we all know each other real well. And so I called up Dawn, his wife, and I was like, "Dawn, what's this kryptogenex thing?" And she's like, "How'd you hear about that?" I live in a whole other state and everything. So talking to Dawn, and she's like, "Well," and she starts kind of telling me about it. I was like, "Well, okay, I want in." And she's like, "Well, hold on." I was like, "Well, what do you mean, hold on?" "Well, okay." And she's like, "Let me talk to Steven." So I get a presentation. Steve gets on the phone, and he's telling me about it. He's like, "Man, just hold on. You got a second?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. It's like, "Okay, I'm just going to give you the presentation." And I was like, "Well, okay." And so he goes through it, starts telling me about it, and asking some other questions too, like, "Do you know what Bitcoin is? Things like that?" And I was like, "Well, I do know what Bitcoin is. I've never invested in it or anything, because I was still under the impression at that point that you had to, buy an entire Bitcoin." And right then, I want to say the value of Bitcoin was probably around, around 7,000. It is about where it is right now. And I didn't know anything about Satoshis, So he goes, "Well, let me tell you some more." And he kind of gave me a little quick presentation and a quick explanation. So I said, "Well, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me send you my money." He's like, "No, Joe, we're not ready yet. Like, we're not at that stage." I was like, "You're not at that? What do you mean? You don't want my money?" Like, "Man, I want in." He's like, what do you want? How much it cost?" And he told me, and I was like, "Do you want to be a promoter or whatever?" I said, "Yeah, just tell me where to send the money." So that day, I go and talk to about 15 people. Just a meeting. I come back and tell him, he's like, "You can't do that yet." I was like, "Why not?" I was like, "This is a great thing. We're doing this." And he told me to kind of slow my roll down a little bit, I guess you'd say, and kind of take it a little easier, and let's get through the program so you know what you're talking about. And actually his words were, "Joe, you don't even know what you're talking about yet." I was like, "Well, yeah, but I know it's a great thing." So we went through that, went through the education. I finally got my money to him because, they finally started taking my money. But, it was just one of those things. And let's see, Chris, could you skip to the next video here?
Yeah, bud.
Thank you. So this is where we're going from there. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin was the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, its value was less than a penny. Now, in 2010, it's valued at 40 cents. And I know you're thinking, okay, it's 40 cents, went up, went up 40 cents, let's say, in a year. Is that a big gain? Who knows? But it was worth nothing. Now, or then you look at 2016, the Bitcoin value was at 600 for the dollar. Today, we're right about 67, 6,800, I think is what it was right before we got on. I think 68 something. And that's right now where we're looking at 2018. Now, if you'd invested $100 in Bitcoin back in 2009, right now you'd have real close to $1.5 million off that $100 investment. That's incredible. That's just, I don't know, Chris, what do you think about that?
I'd trade 100 for 1.5 million any day, buddy.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm absolutely positive.
It's kind of risky, though.
Hey, I'm a risk taker. So, first, I want to say thank you for sharing your story with us. It's always nice to have a different perspective. I think it gives people a different idea of exactly where we're going. And then I want to jump right into this beautiful slide right here. And I want people to start thinking. I really, really want people to start thinking. I don't really care that they think about these top guys because they already know who they are. They know what they're about. They know where they come from. They know how they got their money. So that's kind of, it's like, whatever. That's old news, right? Let's talk about some new news. Look here, Uber at the bottom left, largest transportation company in the world. They don't own a car. No cars, no tires, no insurance, no oil changes, none of that good stuff. But guess what? They're the biggest transportation company in the world. Amazon started out as a used bookstore, remember? And shut down bookstores. Now they're the largest retail chain, and they have no stores. Wow, this is crazy. And then we've got Bitcoin over here in the right-hand corner, and it went from like 8/100ths of a cent to $9,000, and it really went more than that for anybody that's been in the business for a little while. You know that we topped the 20,000 point last year, but that's not the important thing. What the important thing is today is that all three of these companies have one thing in common. They're all internet-based companies, and that's amazing. I think you can see where we're headed here. Hey, Joe, what do you know, buddy?
Hey, man, I know it's no fun being on the outside looking in. That's what I know.
Sure isn't. And kryptogenex has a big solution for that, Joe. See this big glass door right here with a big Bitcoin on it, and you see all those people on the inside, on the other side, and they're having fun. They're doing the deal, right? And this one guy is out here, and this guy is actually me or you. I can't decide which it is, but it's one of us. And we got our phone in our hand, and we're scratching our chin, and we're looking at that door, and we're like, how do we open it, right? So kryptogenex came up with a solution to open the door. So they're unlocking the door to teach the world about Bitcoin. That's huge. Joe, what is a Bitcoin?
Well, Chris, Bitcoin, it's a decentralized digital currency.
Really?
Yeah, you know what that means?
I don't.
It's money.
Okay.
That's a real simple.
Is it real?
Well, of course it's real, Chris.
How do you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Have you ever heard of this place called Japan?
Yeah.
Okay, they got quite a few people over there.
Mm-hmm. They're short.
Yeah, well, we're taller, some of us, yeah.
They're shorter than me.
Yeah, shorter than you. You're not. Yeah, that's true. You're kind of short. I didn't think about that. But no, it is real. 40% of their retail transactions right now in Japan. And I'll be honest with you guys, that 40% number is from a few months ago. So I'm sure that number is actually higher now. The retail transactions they do in Bitcoin. Australia is taking utility payments in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And that just happened recently, right?
Yeah, very recently. I think I heard about that last week.
So would that mean that I'm too late, Joe?
Nah, Chris, you're not. Actually, you're right on time. We're right now at the stage where we're getting global adoption. We're getting a mass adoption on this level. And this is the time you really need to get in and really learn what's going on. Because even though we've been around since 2009, you could use Bitcoin here and there. It's getting used much more frequently on a more regular basis. I mean, you can use it every day.
Wow. Okay. Really, so I guess my next question would be, how do I buy this stuff?
How do you buy it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can go over to Coinbase or something like that. You can go to an exchange and buy it. You can download a free app on your telephone.
Really?
Yeah, sure can. And you can just buy it right there on your phone, just as easy as you buy something on Amazon or easy as you book Airbnb. Okay, anything like that. It's so simple to buy. It's just so simple to buy. It really is.
Okay. Well, Joe, you told me what a Bitcoin is, and you kind of proved to me that it was real, and you've kind of convinced me, sort of, that I'm not too late, and that I can buy it. But once I have it, and I have a lot of it, how do I spend that stuff?
Any way you want.
For real?
For real. For real. Like I was just saying, a lot of places they have systems set up where you can actually spend the Bitcoin, and like on your phone, let's say. You'll have a little, those little, those QR codes, the little squares with all the different dots in them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, on your phone, you could have an app and have a wallet linked to that. And you could spend it like that if somebody knows how to, if the company that you're with or the store you're at accepts Bitcoin. Or you could simply just get a credit card with Bitcoin on it.
Sweet.
So you can get a BitPay card. You can get a Swift card. Okay. It's really easy. It's just as simple as using a Visa.
Wow.
No difference.
Well, I want to welcome everybody to kryptogenex tonight. And Joe and I are both going to be talking to you extensively about the global training center that we have to offer. We're going to be the company that teaches the world Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, ICOs, market trends, and the blockchain, and so much more. I know it doesn't sound like maybe I know the answers to these questions. In fact, I do. So, Joe, how are we going to do that?
Well, Chris, here at kryptogenex, all the training that we do by streaming video, but it's also audio. So we're going to stream everything to you, and there's 40. I think there's 45 lessons. And this is what you're going to learn in those lessons, Chris. You're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi. You don't have to buy the whole coin. You're going to learn how to store your Bitcoin safely on crypto wallets, like what I was talking about that you could have a link to from your telephone.
So it's not the kind I sit on.
No, it's not the kind you sit on. No, I mean, you can sit on it, but phones are getting pretty expensive. You break them, that might be a problem.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
But like we said earlier, you're going to learn how to purchase and sell with Bitcoin. Okay? You're going to learn about blockchain technology, which is really the big deal here. Blockchain technology is just incredible. It's changing the world. Everything that's been done on the internet is getting redone now because we have a better technology. It's just incredible. You're going to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies too, which, that can be a lot of fun and make you a lot of money. Could. I don't know if it will or not. And you're going to learn how ICOs work and a whole lot more. I could go on for days with this, Chris.
Wow. So, Joe, I guess there's probably someone out there that, much like myself, really wants to ask this question. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask it.
What's that?
What in the heck is a Satoshi?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't tell you that, did I? Okay, a Satoshi is the smallest part of a Bitcoin. So, like I was telling you my little story when I got started, I was like, man, I don't have $7,000 to go buy me a Bitcoin, a whole Bitcoin. And Steve told me, he said, Joe, you can buy Satoshis. I was like, oh, what? What's a Satoshi, man? Is that something? Is that some new street food or something? Or what? I don't even know what it is. That's crazy sounding. And he's like, it's a portion of it. And okay, what you do is you take a dot or a decimal point and go 8 back. And that's Bitcoin Satoshi. Okay?
Crazy.
So you can buy as little as $10 in Satoshis, and that gets you your Bitcoin.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Hey, Joe, kryptogenex came out with something really cool. And, for those folks who know me, they know that I've been in just a little bit longer than you have. And I got to tell you, it was hard, man. It was a struggle. I was really ignorant. Okay. And so I would have really been very, very pleased to have had something like this. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it. They put together a crypto training package that includes 3 modules. The first module is Bitcoin 101. The second module is cryptocurrency. And the third is crypto advanced. Now, each one of these has 15 lessons in it. And it's going to kind of take you from beginning to where you need to be to make a little bit of money. Does that make sense?
Hey, Chris, that does. Looking at that, that's kind of like Bitcoin 101. So that's kind of like maybe junior high. You're learning about some stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And cryptocurrency, that's your second, set of 15 lessons. That's going to be what, like high school?
I think so.
Then, so when we get to crypto advanced in that last 15 lessons, is that kind of like college level almost?
I would think so, yeah. But, what's even more important about all that, Joe, is that's 45 lessons. And when you take those 45 lessons, you and I both are going to be 90% more intelligent in the crypto world than most people that already are in it. So that's saying a whole lot, okay?
That is saying a lot.
But additionally, things change, things happen. There's a lot of things that aren't covered in the first 45 lessons. And so the company is going to continue to feed you education as long as you want to be with the company. Now, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
With just one click, you can enter the Bitcoin age.
And it's only going to cost $250. I said
That's all?
only going to cost, right, $250. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, and you could never get a college course for that. But what kryptogenex wanted to do was keep this affordable for the masses. And we are a global company, Joe. So, $250 in the U.S. is not that much. But in other countries, it could be a little bit.
Yes, it can. It can, Chris.
Now, here's some good news, Joe. I know you well enough that I know that you like me, you can't keep your mouth shut about anything good.
Nah.
So you're going to want to tell people about this as you learn, right?
Well, of course I am.
All right. So we've got a program just for you. It's called Earn While You Learn. What do you think?
Hey, that sounds good. I like how that rings.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So instead of $250, you're going to pay the $250 because everybody pays that. That pays for the course. And then we're going to ask you to pay a $50 admin fee. That's yearly, okay? And what that allows you to do is tell people all about the system. And guess what?
What?
when you tell people about the system, they get excited and they want to join. So when they join, you're going to make a little money.
I am?
Yeah.
Wait, I can earn while I learn? Is that what you're saying, Chris?
Absolutely, brother.
All right. Now, hey, I got a question for you real quick though.
Ask me.
Do I have to pay in Bitcoin in the very beginning, or can I earn some Bitcoin while I'm learning?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Joe. When kryptogenex first took off, and know this, they're just in a pre-launch, okay? When they first took off, we had to have Bitcoin to give the company, all right?
Okay. Right.
Now, as the company has matured and they've applied with different banks and things of that nature, they've brought in several different ways that we can come in now. So now, for that brand new person, instead of having to set up that wallet that you can't sit on and an exchange that they don't know anything about and buy the Bitcoin and wait for it to hit their wallet and then transfer it from their wallet over to KGX, you now have several different options. You can Zeal it in, you can credit card it in, you can debit card it in, you can do all kinds of things now.
So I buy so wait, you can use a credit card?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. So it's not like it was for me when I got started.
No, sir.
I had to chase everybody down and get them to take my money.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. That's the hardest money I ever spent.
I know, right?
Not that it was hard to spend. It was literally hard to spend.
Yes, it was very hard to get the people to take the money.
Yeah, I was like, take the money.
Yeah, exactly.
What's this here, Chris? We're in 30 languages? Is that what this is?
Absolutely, Joe. This company, when they say they're going to teach the world, they really mean it. So what they did was they went out and they hired 60 different translators, brought them in, gave them all of the presentations and the lessons and all of this stuff. And then what they did was they asked them to translate this, but not like Google Translator would translate, okay? They wanted it translated in the dialect and in the authentic language of each one of these different languages, which is pretty cool.
So it's in regional dialects?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's pretty neat. That makes people feel good too, you know? I mean, when you can actually speak someone's language. That was a good thing the company did, man. So
they did. They're pretty serious, buddy.
Well, what's this?
Well, remember that little thing called Earn While You Learn?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is what it looks like, okay? Excuse me. I, too, have that little sinus thing going on. So
yeah, wonderful, isn't it?
It is. It's called fall allergies.
Exactly.
We're not on the Carolina coast. We are already heading into fall, bro.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Earn While You Learn for a minute, okay?
Okay.
kryptogenex decided that they wanted to make this really easy, really fun, and very profitable for everyone. So what they did was they set up 4 different ways in the beginning for you to get paid: a direct referral bonus and a customer acquisition bonus. Both of those two, Joe, from the time you sign up with kryptogenex, you're qualified. That's it. Okay, that's pretty cool, right?
Hey, that is cool.
Can't get much easier than that, right?
No, you really can't. I'm qualified. Yeah.
It's nuts, man. So hey, look, they coined this word called kryptonary. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But
that's not a word, Chris.
You know, it really is.
Wait, you made it up?
Yeah, but, it's okay.
Okay. Is that in the dictionary?
Probably not.
Okay, I just wondered.
We got this thing called a kryptonary, and we got a kryptonary matching bonus. And those are the other 2 ways that you're going to get paid in the beginning, okay? Now, to qualify for the kryptonary, Joe, it's real simple. I want you to put your index finger up on the right, your index finger up on the left. Got it? Okay. So you got one on the right, one on the left, and now you are qualified for life, and you're only building 2 teams, okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's what kryptonary is. It's a 2-team system.
Okay, I got my fingers up, and I get this, but what do I do now?
All right. So guess what?
What?
You would think that since the kryptonary matching bonus is at the bottom, it's the last one, that there'd be a whole lot more to qualify, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Nope, absolutely not.
What do you mean?
You qualify for the kryptonary, you automatically qualify for the matching bonus as well.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So let's talk about this direct referral bonus for a minute, please.
Okay.
We do 40% direct referral bonuses at kryptogenex.
Right.
Now, Joe, what that looks like is $100.
Okay.
You like $100 bills?
I love $100 bills. Hey, Chris, we're having some audio issues here. Everybody needs to mute their mics out, please. There we go. Okay.
All right. No worries. So I couldn't hear it on my end. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Sorry.
Joe, every time that you introduce this to someone and they purchase their $250 package, this is what's going to happen. Kryptogenex is going to pop you $100.
Really?
Yeah. But guess what?
Is that the direct referral bonus?
Yes, sir. But guess what?
That's cool. All right. What?
It's not going to be a $100 bill or a check, brother.
Well, then what's it going to be?
They're going to pay you in BTC.
What's that?
Bitcoin, man.
Wait, BTC means Bitcoin.
Yes, sir.
KGX, that mean kryptogenex?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just checking.
All right.
Sure.
We're on a roll, right?
Telling you.
Okay,
Learning.
Hey, look, we got 3 $100 bills staring at us. So what is that? 3 direct referral bonuses, right?
That's $300, Chris.
Uh-huh. Now, do you remember back in the beginning what it cost to be a crypto promoter?
Well, it cost a whole lot of phone calls, and I had to keep tracking everybody down, trying to get them to take my money.
Yeah, but
well, it cost $300. Is that what you mean?
Aside from
that,
it
cost me $300 in Bitcoin, actually. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and a frozen account with Coinbase, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So
it is.
here's what happens. When you introduce this to 3 people and you get your $300 for referral bonuses from each one of those 3 people because they get excited and they join, right?
Okay.
Then yours just became free. Now that's called ROI, brother.
What's that?
Return on investment. And it's
ROI. Return on investment. Wait, so 3 and it's free. I sell 3, I get my money back.
Absolutely.
But I get to keep the education.
Yes, sir.
All right. I still just got to build the one team, right? With one on the right, one on the left.
One on the right, one on the left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about this customer acquisition bonus or CAB bonus for a second, okay?
Okay.
All right. You got the core 5. What is the core 5? The core 5 are the 5 owners of Kryptogenex, right?
Right.
And these people, they sat down at their virtual conference table.
Yeah.
And they zoomed into one another and they're talking about how they're going to build this company and how this company is going to last forever. And they realized one thing. And that one thing was that they realized if they wanted to be as big and last for a long time, they were going to have to take a cue from Walmart. You know what Walmart does?
They love their customers, Chris.
They love their customers, brother. And so KGX decided they were going to love their customers too. So now, Joe, every time that you introduce this to someone and they don't want to be a promoter, they don't want to earn while they learn, they just want to be a customer, guess what? KGX is going to give you $25 bonus.
Wait a second. But if they become a promoter, that's $300.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise it's $250.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get that backwards?
No, sir.
You didn't?
I
Wait,
did not.
I'm going to get a $25 bonus for someone that just wants the education.
That's correct.
That's cool. Because they love the customers? Is that why?
They love customers, bro.
Okay, I get it now. All right.
Now, Joe, they love customers so much that every time you put 10 customers in your business, you're going to get a $250 bonus.
Yeah, that's math, Chris. It's pretty simple.
No, Joe, you misunderstood me. You're going to get an additional $250 bonus, bro.
Wait, on top of the $250 anyways?
Yes, sir.
Earned.
Uh-huh.
You're going to bonus it to me?
Uh-huh.
So that's $500.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What
you
else
know what I call that?
What?
Date night.
Date night.
Yes, sir. Now, look.
Hey, here's that funny word again.
Yeah, that we got that cryptonary on the screen again, and that great big yellow 2. You know what that 2 symbolizes, bro?
No, not really.
Well, I'm going to tell you. It symbolizes the most important thing in this industry, and that is that you're only going to build one team on the right, one team on the left. Everybody else is going to go under those folks, okay?
Okay.
And you're qualified for life.
One team on the left, qualified for life. I got it.
All right. All right. Let's talk about this placement for a second, okay? Now, Joe.
One on the right, one on the left, Chris.
Yep, one on the right, one on the left. Both of them are green. Okay, that's you at the top. All right. And in most companies, what they have is a word called spillover. And Kryptogenex didn't like that word. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like that word very much either, because in 28 years, I've seen a lot of spillover, but I never got paid for any of it. Okay. So to me, it was useless. It was just more people I had to put up with, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, with Kryptogenex, guess what? They don't have spillover. They have auto placement, and that's a big difference. Okay. And it looks a little something like this. You got your one on your right and one on the left, and they're both green, right?
Okay.
All right. We're working on the right-hand side because we can only work on one side at a time. All right. And you put in 2 more people after you put in that green guy, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, you've been talking to somebody and they call you up in the middle of the night and they say, I'm ready to go. And you say, great. And you put them in the right because, it's midnight and you want to go to bed and it took them a minute to pop. But guess what happens?
What?
All right. This guy right above this green guy with the arrow pointing at him, he's going to be the receiver of this auto placement. So now that guy has this guy in his team. Now that's going to cause a little momentum, okay? Because what you just did was you just gave someone in your team someone that you personally sponsored. Now, in most companies, that wouldn't mean a hill of beans. But in this company, it means that this guy is going to get money. He's going to receive compensation for this guy being under him, okay?
Okay.
Now, you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute. I sponsored that guy.
Yeah, why do I want to put my guy on that guy's team?
Well, because you're going to get paid too, and so is everybody else in between you and them.
Oh, I see. How's that? How's that work?
Well, because we give these things called points. Everybody's going to get a point, okay? And I'm going to show you what those points are going to equal to in just a minute.
Okay.
Perfect. Hey, Joe.
Hey, what?
Have you ever seen a fork before?
Yeah, I just had dinner, Chris.
Not that kind, brother.
Have you ever tried to eat soup with a fork?
It doesn't work too good.
Not really.
Look,
what?
Back in May, the company had something phenomenal happen. Okay. Yeah. Now, first of all, I want to explain that this fork is not the kind you eat with. This fork is the kind that splits and takes 1 and makes 2. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So it's like a split.
Absolutely. So
like a banana split?
No. You can't eat this, bro.
Oh,
you just ate? What are you, hungry?
I didn't have dessert.
Oh, well, I can't help you. Better talk to Gloria.
Right.
So here we go. We've got a split. Now, why is this such a big deal? I'm going to show you. Okay. Now, remember those points we were talking about a minute ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what happens is every person that comes into your business, whether they're a customer or a promoter, doesn't matter. You're going to get a point. Okay. Doesn't matter which side. All right. Now, it does matter. Right. It has to be on one of your 2 teams.
Right.
It does matter that you need to have 3 of them to kick out a pay step bonus.
Right. That's the, what, $25 or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Every 3 sales, we're going to give you an additional $25. Now, here's what happened. Back in May, we split. So when we split, what happened was instead of $25 for the 3 sales, you now were earning $50 for the 3 sales. Nobody's going to turn that down, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't be very smart, that's for sure.
No, sir, not at all. So this is what that looks like. Okay, you got your kryptonary. You're at the top. You got your 2, one right, one left. They're both green. You put in that next person down on the right. Guess what? 1, 2, 3. That was a $50 bonus. Got it?
Oh, okay.
And this goes for as long as your team goes, bro. There's no bonus.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. So this is kind of what this looks like when you start getting more people. You got your pen and paper, right? You see all these hundreds and 50s and hundreds and 50s and good night, nurse.
Let's get my calculator out for this one, Chris.
Yeah, I think you better. Okay. So this is kind of what it looks like, Joe. And what I want to make sure you understand here is that you see the 50 and the 25 beside that first guy at the top on the left. Okay. Well, here's kind of what happens. This is the funny part about that, right? You have to qualify to get that $50. All right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if for some reason you don't qualify, and here's how you qualify before you ask me, you have to personally sponsor someone in your business. Okay?
Okay.
Or you have to have someone that's already in your business buy one of those Green X rigs, and we're not even going to get into that right this second. Okay?
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, then you're going to default and you're going to get your $25, right?
Right.
Okay. But as long as you're qualified, you're going to get 50. And look at all that money over there on the left.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. And all that's happening here, Joe, is one of these guys from the left is pairing up with 2 across from it on the right, and it's kicking out a 3-point pay step.
Because I get 2 on one side, 1 on the other. That makes my pay step, correct?
Correct.
And it's 25, but anytime I make a sale in that week, that pay week, personally,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a fork,
Mm-hmm.
I qualify for that. Is that right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay, but I'll
You're a
never
quick
get less
study,
than
buddy.
25.
You're a quick study.
All right. Okay.
All right. So look what happened. This is crazy. I got forked in May, and I've been forked ever since, and I love it. Okay. And this is what happened.
All over the place. Huh?
Yeah, just getting forked here, there, and everywhere. So here's what happened. Back on the 18th of May, all of us Kryptonites logged in, because that's what we do on payday, right? We log in and we look to see what we got paid. Well, we all thought that something was wrong because the company didn't tell us that they forked, right? It was a surprise. And instead of $50, we got paid $100 for every 3-point pay step that we got.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. I was loving May 18th, okay? And
so what you're telling me is those 3 little points that were 25 became 100?
Yes, sir.
That's like 33.3 repeating points.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
But but you only qualified for that because you had a sale in that week, right?
Correct.
A personal sale.
Correct.
Okay. And that's only because there was a fork.
Correct.
Okay. I was just making sure. I just want to make sure I got this all figured out.
And I'm glad you are, man, because I want you to understand this. I don't want anybody to be confused. And here's
what I'm
going to say.
Yeah, I don't want to think I'm getting more money than I don't have.
Right. Now,
you know what I'm saying?
So, okay, let's pause right here for a second because there's a lot of adrenaline going on right this minute. People are writing really quickly, okay?
Right.
And so I want to make sure that everybody understands. Just because you qualify doesn't mean you're going to get $100 for every pay step, okay? Now, the company is going to give you as much as they can give you. They are guaranteeing you that you'll get 50 as long as you qualify. But it could be 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or 100 as we see here, okay?
I see that.
All right. So here's the thing. The reason
let's say it can be up to 100.
Correct. But we don't want to tell people that because, you know, mentally you get all screwy in the head and you think 100 and you only get 50 and then you're mad.
Yeah. And generally it comes out around Thursday if there's going to be a fork or not.
Correct. Right? Yes, sir. So, you know, Joe, all of us know at least one great marketer, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in most companies, unless you personally sponsor that person and keep them right next to you and they're like, you know, you're babysitting them, you're not really going to get a whole lot from them, right?
No, probably not. But I got that friend, Jeremy, and he sells those protein shakes. And man, he's doing real well with it. So
Sweet.
I don't know. I guess I know one.
Okay. Well, this is what we need to do. We need to put him in your business, and not only are you going to get paid for him being in your business, but you're also going to make 10% off of everything he does.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Wait, I get 10% everything he sells.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And here's what's even more interesting. Remember that fork we had?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you're qualified, you're not going to get 10%. You're going to get 20%.
What?
Yes, sir.
So, wait. So that fork too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So long as I have a sale in the same week. Personal sale.
Correct.
I'll get in the fork. I get 20% everything he does.
Correct.
That's awesome. All right. Okay.
Hey, Joe, I got a little bit of bad news for you.
Well, I knew you'd have some, Chris.
Well, you know, every company does, but most companies like to bury it underneath the pillow and the mattress and cover it up with rocks and all that good stuff where you can't find it, right?
Yeah, back in the backyard or something. Yeah.
Well, Kryptogenex is not going to do that. They're going to put it right in the middle of their presentation. They're going to let you know up front what the bad news is, and it is that we have a $50,000 cap.
What, like a year?
No, sir.
What do you mean?
We have a $50,000 weekly cap.
Weekly?
Weekly.
So I can make 50 grand a week?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Wow. That's pretty incredible, Chris. I think I'd be okay if I did that. I can live with it.
Yeah, most people would, but here's the little something funny, okay? Our attorney said to us, hey, whoa, y'all got to stop. You got to put a cap on this thing so that we can protect the company. And the core five kind of looked at them sideways with their head cocked, right? Like, what do you mean? This is our company. We can do what we want to do with it, right?
Right.
And look, we got to protect the company. And they said, okay, what do you want us to do? He said, put a $50,000 cap weekly on it. They said, okay. But they said to themselves, That's like feeding people cake without icing, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of okay.
So they figured out a way how to put the icing back on the cake. And this is how they do it.
How?
When you hit $50,000 for 2 weeks consecutively in your business, they're going to give you a second position over your largest team.
Wait, so I get another team?
Yes, sir.
So I have to build 2 more things?
No, sir.
Just 1 more?
1 more thing. Yes, sir.
And my largest team, I can join with that one?
Yes, sir.
So it's like I got it's like a tripod. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
That's
guess what
cool.
else that lets you do?
Make another $50,000?
Absolutely.
Well, that's $50,000 a week though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, what else can I do, Chris?
Well, with just 1 click, you can change you and your family's life forever, my friend.
There we go.
So I want to thank everybody for coming this evening to KGX Presentation. Our lawyers like for us to keep them happy. So to do that, we're going to read this. And I ask you to bear with me, please. KGX income disclaimer, new opportunity with minimal data. The KGX compensation plan is an exciting opportunity that rewards you for selling products and services and for sponsoring other participants who might do the same. Although the opportunity is unlimited, individual results will vary depending on commitment levels and sales skills of each participant. Since Kryptogenex has recently launched, we're in pre-launch, it lacks enough statistical data to prepare reliable income disclosures. However, based on industry standards and company projections, the average annual gross income for an affiliate is projected to be anywhere between $250 and $2,000. There will certainly be participants who will earn less, while others will earn much more. No income claims allowed. Absolutely none. Zero, nil, nada. If income projections were presented to you prior to your enrollment or before this presentation, such projections are not necessarily representative of any income, if any, that you can or will earn through the participation in this compensation plan. These income projections should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. Now, what I said here was a mouthful, but Joe, the most important paragraph on this slide is the next one. Would you do the honor, please, sir?
Your success depends on you. We're excited at the Kryptogenex compensation plan, and we're confident it will provide you a solid foundation to help you achieve your financial goals. Your success with Kryptogenex results only from hard work, dedication, belief, passion, commitment, persistence, leadership, and luck. And guys, you can't ever rule that one out.
Nope. Luck is the most important factor. And I just want to tell everybody, it's like baking a cake with a recipe. If you follow the instructions, you too can be successful. Joe and I would like to both thank you for coming out this evening, taking time out of your busy schedules, participating in our actual presentation for the company. We're honored to be here. And we would like to ask you to report back to the person who asked you to come and get this information. Get all your questions answered. If you can't answer them, reach up to a Pinnacle leader and or Core 5 member. Get those questions answered, and let's get you started as soon as possible. Again, we thank you, and we hope you have a great evening.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.